Hey guys, I am Ryan and welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you for tuning in today. I've had some comments on this last video that I made, so I wanted to come back and talk about this a little bit more because one of the biggest things that I see with what's going on here currently is that we're having a lot of stress. Now, you may be thinking, okay, Ryan, stress, yeah, we got stress, whatever, yada, 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 right? Stress is super important in understanding how it affects so many different areas of your body and the insufficiencies leading to deficiency that it can create for you. So, I wanted to talk about that. So, if I come up here and I point to my cursor for just a second, okay? Now, let's talk about good old sodium. I am getting a lot of people that are coming in with decreased sodium levels. Why is sodium so important, Ryan? Guys, I'm glad you asked that question. You guys are always great, and I get that question here a lot. We're doing more and more of these hair analysis in the office, and we're finding so many things that people have been doing that, honestly, we just need to shift, change, and adjust. So one of the biggest things is people have bought into the magnesium supplementation and that it's the most important thing. And this person has taken a lot of magnesium in their lifetime. Notice the high level. But if you notice, is this level in the bioavailable range? No, it's extremely high. Now what happens is it can end up in other areas of the body. Now that doesn't necessarily lead to be a good thing, and you definitely want to understand why that is. But let's talk about sodium. Now, with sodium and potassium are considered kind of the life-giving vitality minerals in the body because every cell has a phospholipid bilayer to it. And in that phospholipid bilayer, sodium and potassium basically determine what gets in and out of cells. Now that's also regulated by voltage. A lot of people don't understand the voltage, but just like an EKG in the hospital, boop, 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 the machine. We've all been familiar with them. That is your heart's electrical activity. Now, there's a lot of things that create your body's electrical activity, and that's very important to understand that we are electric beings. We need voltage. And I was listening to a podcast the other day where there's a product in China right now that they're creating. It's about the size of your finger that's going to be able to charge your cell phone basically with your own body's energy. Now, I'm not a big component of that because think about it, your body needs voltage. I get a lot of people that come into the office, and if your brain is a low voltage brain, that's going to leave you prone to addiction, all kinds of pleasure seeking behaviors. That's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal. So we want voltage in our body. Georgia May, she comes in the office, she hangs out with people. Dogs can give electrons and increase voltage, so animals are very valuable in that way. And sometimes when you see people that have been sick, the dog will lay at their head or at their feet, or sometimes if you have two, one will lay at the head, one will lay at the feet. They're very intrinsic in what they're doing there. They're helping that person get voltage or get electrons. Now, I'm using those words simultaneously, but anyway, beside the point. There's some really important aspects to that. There's other ways that we naturally create voltage, but maybe I need to do just a video on voltage. So if you guys want a video on voltage, hey, drop that down in the comments below. If you've watched this far, we're a whopping 3 minutes into this thing. Hit that like and smash that subscribe and get all those YouTube algorithms going, because the more of these that are out there, that means you're going to get to learn more. So I was doing this for those coming in the office, just teaching them a little bit. But I started off with sodium. Now, let's go back to sodium and potassium for a minute. Now, if you notice, potassium in this individual, for this example, is low. Okay? Now, down below here, there's also a sodium-potassium range and a combination. Now, mineral ratios are important. If you notice, this person is very low in calcium, magnesium in their ratio. Now, ratios are really important because oftentimes I'll look at the ratio before I look at the individual level. Now, calcium has a huge part to play with the thyroid, and this person does display some thyroid type issues and has some of those symptoms and some of those things going on with them. But sodium, people may think, well, if I just eat some table salt or if I go have some salt, that'll increase my sodium. No, I thought that might be true too. It doesn't work that way. Now, when I did some study on this, what's important is stress. Because aldosterone is what helps control sodium through basically the adrenal cortex and medulla systems within the adrenal. So the adrenal sit right above the kidneys, and think of them as two cortexes basically. So you've got the cortex and the medulla, and they serve two different roles in the body, but it has a lot to do with the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. So your hypothalamus, your pituitary, and your adrenals. Now, this is also, if you've read Bruce Lipton's work or any of these guys that really study quantum physics, they talk about the fight or flight response. Now, if you get what I'm trying to tell you, sodium is really important to the fight or flight response. So I wanted to come in and talk about, hey, it's not always just try a supplement or take this or take that, because obviously this person's been taking magnesium for a while and it's ending up in other areas of the body. Just like when calcium can end up in other areas of the body and cause gray hair. And I've seen some people start losing some of that gray hair. I won't talk about mine right now. We'll just leave that alone. But anyway, I just wanted to come in and share this stuff with you guys. I wanted to make a quick video. I hope this helps you. Have a great day. God bless. Till next time.